Zizzle.
Live from Boston, this is 7 News at 11 on the news station.
Remember this soaking scene on Sunday? Well, get ready for more wet and windy weather. Good evening, everyone. A wintry mix has already started in western Massachusetts.
What exactly can we expect? Our chief meteorologist, Todd Gross, is here.
It's amazing to see it happen twice in just 4 days. I'm looking at the latest charts, and the energy with this system is very serious. It is moving in from the Ohio Valley. A little bit of a mix right now in the Berkshires, just moving in there. But as you can see, it goes way back all the way down into the southeastern United States, and that's going to zing through here for tomorrow. But first, let's talk about our weather spotters and whether or not this will be rain or snow when it first moves into central Mass. Here's the tip-off. Our spotter in Holden, Mass. is at 700 feet elevation. There's a warm layer of air right in there, so we know it's not going to snow. But look at Munson. That's one of the valley sections, 33 degrees. When it first moves in, perhaps just a little bit of freezing rain causing slick roads in central Mass, but that's the worst of it. For most of us, this is a plain rain event. But there is a high wind advisory for tomorrow, first from the southeast and especially in the afternoon from the northwest. That's the other big news. It's not just heavy rains. There's a chance of a thunderstorm and powerful gusty winds on the tail end of this storm. I'll run it down in a timetable format for you coming up straight ahead in just a few minutes.
A special delivery in the aftermath of a deadly crash. A woman stuck in the backup traffic from that accident gave birth inside a car. The night team's Ryan Owens at the Boston hospital where the mother and baby are spending the night.
Randy, that newborn baby boy and his mom are here at Brigham and Women's Hospital tonight. They're doing fine after a dramatic day of both birth and death on the expressway. Moments after she gives birth in her car, the relieved mother cradles her baby boy.
Congratulations, Mom. Good job. Good job.
Other motorists cheer the new mom who got stuck on the expressway on the way to the hospital. Trucker Tom Fitzpatrick was stopped in front of her.
The husband come banging on the door and asked me if I could call the state police. And I asked him what was wrong. He says, my wife just delivered a baby. And I looked down and she's holding a baby.
EMTs rushed the minutes-old baby to the hospital. He'd already proven he was in a hurry to get there.
Good-sized boy. He looked healthy and he looked wonderful.
Sadly, that new life began just as another had ended. Barely 100 yards down the expressway, 22-year-old Merlane Berthold was killed when this car slammed into the guardrail. Police say she was in the back seat and not wearing a seatbelt. She lived in this Walpole apartment with her roommate who was driving. They were on their way to Logan Airport when the driver somehow lost control. The accident happened at 4:20 in the morning and tied up northbound traffic for much of the commute. In fact, that newborn's parents were stuck on the road for more than an hour when the baby decided he wasn't waiting anymore.
I'm telling you, they were as calm as could be. I've never seen anything like it. For being in that situation, they were remarkably calm.
And tonight, Massachusetts State Police are still trying to determine exactly why that driver lost control. They do not believe that either drugs or alcohol was a factor in the crash. But again, on the flip side tonight, both that mother and the little boy are doing just fine. Live at Brigham and Women's Hospital, Ryan Owens, 7 News 19.
Employees at a Charlestown bar and grill are forced into a freezer by a gun-toting robber. Customers who didn't realize what happened began pouring themselves drinks. The story is new at 11. The 19's Byron Barnett is live in Charlestown. Byron?
Well, the robbery took place about this time last night here at the Ironside Grill in Charlestown. Not as many people in the bar as there are tonight. Now, the owner, Denise Canton, says that this is the first time she's ever been robbed, and this one was a doozy. It's still sending chills up her spine.
He said, everyone stand over here, and he goes, where's your freezer?
Denise Canton says the hooded man in his 20s walked into a restaurant and robbed them with a sawed-off shotgun, but he didn't stop there.
He opened up the freezer. He said, everyone get in.
So
all right, all
in?
4 of us went in.
Denise says the robber slammed the door shut, barricaded her and 3 others inside, and fled. How cold was it?
Very.
Oh, really?
I don't know the temperature, but as soon as you're there about 3 or 4 minutes, you start realizing that it's going to get really cold.
But while Denise and the others were sitting here shivering in the freezer, what they didn't know is that 2 other patrons had come into the restaurant and were sitting out at the bar.
nobody was in there, so we decided, well, we'll help ourselves, and the bartender is sure to come around. Maybe they were.
Joe and his friend Kevin started watching Monday Night Football. Meanwhile, back in the freezer,
The three of us had a cell phone, but unfortunately only one of them worked. We kept trying them, but the state police did get the call.
and when the police burst in, there were Joe and his friend.
Yeah, they said, "You responsible for this?" And we're like, "Responsible for what?"
We started banging, saying, "We're in here."
Denise says when the police got them out, she told them that Joe and his friend weren't the bad guys. The whole thing gave Joe a chill.
We realized the propensity of the situation that, you know, had we been 2 minutes earlier, that the bad guy could have been exiting, and in a panic, you know, we could have got hurt or whatever, and, you know, it was a life-threatening situation.
And police are still looking for the suspect. Denise says, fortunately, he didn't get away with a lot of cash because most of her customers used credit cards. That's the story live from Charlestown. I'm Byron Barnett, 7 News 19.
A Marine from New Hampshire is among the latest casualties inside Iraq. Lance Corporal Adam Brooks from Manchester. He was killed when a bomb exploded near his Humvee over the weekend. He was on a patrol in Baghdad at the time. The 20-year-old Marine had just graduated from high school last year. His young widow says that he had always wanted to be a Marine.
He believed that, you know, we did have to make a difference. And being over there, just helping one person was enough for him, you know, just seeing kids and watching them laugh and play around, you know, he loved that.
Brooks had just talked to his family hours before the explosion, thanking them on a phone for the Thanksgiving care package. He was due back in the United States in February.
The man at the head of an agency brought together to deal with terror threats has had enough. Tom Ridge is stepping down so he can spend more time with his family. Tonight, Massachusetts Governor Mitt Romney is speaking out about all the talk of him being a replacement. He joked with employees to keep doing their work, but Tom Ridge is leaving his job as Homeland Security Secretary. He does so feeling confident that security measures instituted on his watch helped prevent terror attacks.
I'm confident that the terrorists are aware that from the curb to the cockpit, we've got additional security measures that didn't exist a couple years ago.
Ridge became the first Homeland Security advisor to the president 1 month after 9/11. Best known for his color-coded terror alert system, he became the voice of terror warnings. Among the major changes, tighter airport security from federal screeners and air marshals, more systematic inspection of sea cargo, and closer tracking of foreign visitors entering the country. Critics believe it wasn't enough because the White House didn't give him the money necessary to do the job.
We're not doing close to what we should be doing, not because Tom Ridge didn't try, but because the people above him wouldn't give him the resources, the freedom to do what he needed.
Among the challenges for his successor, Democrats say, coming up with a clear catalog of the nation's most vulnerable points and making sure that's where security money is spent. There has been some speculation Governor Mitt Romney could be considered a replacement to Ridge, but Romney says that's not going to happen.
There's no circumstance that would take me to Washington. I spoke with Andy Card a couple of weeks ago, who, of course, is the chief of staff to the president, and I said, Andy, I'm staying in Massachusetts.
So if not Romney, who? Well, talk circles around Ridge's deputy Asa Hutchinson, White House terror advisor Fran Townsend, and former New York City Police Commissioner Bernard Kerik.
A Saugus Mall security guard is accused in court of going on a stealing spree. Donald Glidden, seen here in the back of the courtroom, was arraigned today. Police say he admitted to using a handmade tool to open security gates on stores after hours at the Square One Mall. He and a man hired to clean the mall were caught in the act on this surveillance video. Police suspect they stole tens of thousands of dollars in clothes. This is the end of an era for the Four River Shipyard in Quincy. A car dealer is clearing the way for a commercial shipping zone by removing those giant metal structures. This afternoon's demolition drew a small crowd. The metal girders are some of the last remnants of the once thriving shipyard.
More of Camelot will soon be up for sale. Hundreds of pieces from the homes of President John F. Kennedy and his wife Jackie will be on the auction block. The auction includes items from Kennedy's private quarters at the White House, like a chaise lounge, and several family photos are up for sale. One features the president playing with his son John in a rowboat. Other pictures show Caroline Kennedy sitting with a crawling JFK Jr. This is the second Kennedy auction in 2 years. Last year's featured clothing, including a pair of the president's boxer shorts. This year's is said to be more modest, with some items selling as low as $200. The auction will be held in February at Sotheby's in New York. A portion of the proceeds will benefit the Kennedy Library in Boston.
Only on 7. A numbers mix-up leaves a big lottery winner out of luck. We'll tell you why.
A dramatic turn of events during a police chase. Running for it had its obstacles.
You name it, we've got it. From sleet to thunderstorms to wind, heavy rains, and yes, cold and snow all in the next couple of days. We'll tell you what's going on straight ahead.
And losing your libido, a look at some new natural products that can give your love life a boost.
You are watching 7 News with Randy Price and Katerina Bandini. Chief Meteorologist Todd Gross with weather and Joe Amorosino with sports on the news station.
A Brockton man read the morning paper and thought he'd struck it rich, but his ticket turned out to be just another lottery loser. The numbers in the paper matched the Mega Millions numbers on his ticket.
But here's the problem. The paper was wrong. It's a story you'll see only on 7. The night team's Dan Housley's live at the store in Whitman where the ticket was bought. Dan?
Well, this is the store where Dave King comes about once a week to buy his lottery tickets, and usually, he says, over the last 10 years, he's won at most maybe $40. Until this weekend, when the numbers said he won millions. But in this case, the numbers lie. Dave King thought he had his grandson's Harvard tuition paid.
I called my wife and I says, we got to go to the lottery Monday because I think I hit the big one.
This 60-year-old machinist nearing retirement can't forget how he felt there at the kitchen table when he checked his Sunday paper and found the very numbers he picked there on his ticket for a Mass Millions jackpot.
I was gasping for breath because I couldn't believe that I had all 6 numbers. I went over that thing about 4 or 5 times. I says, this just can't be true.
Dave didn't realize how right he was. His wife suggested he double-check online. First, he saw the jackpot, $12 million. Then he saw the words, no winners, next to it. Every number in the paper and on Dave's ticket was wrong.
I was going on a pretty nice vacation. I was going to fly first class.
And now?
And now I'm going back to coach.
Dave's wife, Lori, called the Brockton Enterprise and asked what's the deal with putting the wrong numbers in the paper. She says the lady there told her simply, sorry, maybe it's an omen. You'll win next time.
Was there ever any... Wait a minute, I've been robbed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. The anger passed quickly, though, and now Dave plans to frame his winning numbers to remember what could have been.
You can laugh.
Yeah, I can laugh now.
How can you laugh?
I take it, what the heck? You might as well laugh instead of cry.
Dave says lottery folks told him it's not their fault either. They don't print the numbers, they just pick them. Dave says he's going to pick those same numbers at least one more time. He figures maybe he got the numbers right and just got the week wrong. We're live in Whitman. Dan Housley, 7 News, Night Team.
There are concerns tonight about a possible connection between milk and ovarian cancer. A Swedish study found women who drank more than 2 glasses of milk a day significantly upped the risk of the most serious form of the disease. Now, one theory, a type of sugar found in dairy products, may overstimulate production of hormones which encourage tumor growth. But researchers say women should not give up the dairy. The overall risk is still very low.
Looking to reignite the flame in your love life? Well, a new natural product may be able to help. The 19th Francis Rivera shows us how different herbs and plants are helping some couples drive their desire.
Many of the world's native cultures have something we don't.
At least one high-profile plant for sexual enhancement.
Hot on Mother Nature's trail is Chris Killam, the medicine hunter. A teacher at UMass Amherst has spent most of his life globetrotting in search of powerful plants that, among other things, add sizzle to sex.
Plants like ashwagandha from India, ginseng from China.
Chris decided to harness some sex-enhancing herbs.
We have a fresh tonkat ali root here.
And is now bringing from the exotic some erotic to Western world bedrooms.
Hot plants for him and hot plants for her are both combinations of different herbs from around the world.
Hot plants taken as a daily supplement are said to awaken the libido, arouse desire, and enhance pleasure. But the FDA says there's no proof that herbal aphrodisiacs work.
FDA doesn't take action in the herbal category unless they receive reports of people experiencing problems.
Problems are the furthest thing from Kathy Becker's love life. She tried hot plants at the suggestion of a friend, but admits she was skeptical.
I did it for a hoot.
Since she's been taking them, she's been doing more than just laughing.
I certainly noticed a delightful effect right away.
Kathy and her husband Myron are happy and seldom apart. They even work together at their sauce and marinade company.